you are learning languages that are not so widely available and you need example sentences, well, I found a resource exactly for you. Hello and welcome back on my channel for another video. For today we are looking at a resource I'm finding quite interesting from the sounds of, so we are going to take a look at that and I will give you my first impression. For the background, I asked ChatGPT to give me language learning resources. Without specifying a language, I just wanted to see what resources ChatGPT would recommend or would find, and so I stumbled upon a resource I found interesting from the description. So I decided I'm going to film a first impression and take you with me while discovering how this resource works. The resource is named Tatoeba. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing correctly, but that's how it looks. So you now see it on the screen. It is a website and it's just a homepage. I didn't yet discover anything else, but I find it quite interesting because you have a sentence. Well, I will change to English. It should be in English. So you have a lot of languages where you can watch the website. So now I don't want to translate. So this is the homepage in English. So you have a sentence and this one is in Russian, and then you have translations and you have other translations, and it depends. There you can show another, refresh. What's gonna do? Load a new one? I think it needs a little bit of a time. Or it's nothing happening. Show another. Maybe if... Oh, no. So, now we have in Spanish, one in English. Can I... It's nothing happening? Okay. And it seems I can
Tom left his wife at home with the children.
So you can also listen to it for some of them. And you have in different languages. Oh, there are even more. Great. So you can kind of take a look at that. And it is, if I'm reading correctly, open free, and you can also add some and you can search. So if we want to look up a word, like let's just use loca. So crazy. I can search like that. Loco. And yes. What's that language? I'm not sure how to pronounce this. Kablile? What's there else? It says Klingon. It's Klingon. And that's Lingua Franca Nova. I don't know that language. There are a lot of languages. I hope I can find our kind of a list with all the languages. There's Tukipona. There's Tukipona. Wait, I need a list with all the... Is there somewhere? Oh, here. Browse by language. 429 languages. That's a lot. What's the language? If you know what language that is and from where, can you let me know down below? Because I don't know the language, and that's a lot of sentences. Same here. I don't know this language either. Search a language. Show all languages. That's a lot of languages. There are even dialects in here. So here's Tukipona. The Tukipona has over 10,000 sentences. Okay, that's a lot. Klingon also. Interlingua. That was a conling, I think. But there are a lot of languages. Let's see. What's else? So, what do we have? Now we don't have that many sentences anymore, but there's Bavarian. There is Bavarian. We need to check that one. 243. I love it. So, if you're wondering why I'm fangirling over Bavarian, I'm from Bavaria, so I love it. 1, 2, 3, Sofa, yeah. That's one sentence, maybe the most famous. It's kind of if you're toasting, so it's 1, 2, 3 and drunk. So yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's kind of a toast. Wir haben's manchmal. That's funny. I love that one. Okay, back to the languages. What is there? What else is there? Oh, that's only under 100, but well, I think there are less popular languages. Was Navajo not the language from Native American? As one of them? I'm not sure, but I think it was that. Don't come for me if I'm wrong. I don't know everything, but I think it was something like that. And one or more sentences. So below this line, there are languages with below 10 sentences. That's kind of funny. But there is no Chinese Pidgin English. Is this the romanization of Chinese, I think? I think that's called Pidgin. Is it? No. I'm not sure what that says. Let's not talk about it. But it's interesting that Japanese, Spanish, Portuguese, Italian, and Esperanto has one of the most amount. Also, Hebrew. I mean, it's kind of, it makes sense to the English, but I'm kind of wondering why Mandarin Chinese, which is a very big language and a very big amount of speakers, is down here. Well, anyway, let's take a look more on the other stuff. Browse by list. What does that mean? So you can make lists with different. Okay. Can I? Oh, so you can look at that. Random. Any language. I'm not trying to pronounce that. Yeah, that's distance was English translation of sentence. So you can even see when what got linked or what got added. Okay. Then browse by tag. Okay, so if you need something specific, you can just search it here. And you can... It takes the languages you visited. Because there's such a two I visited. What do we have? Browse audio. Ooh. There's a lot of Japanese. Russian. What else? Oh, there's even a number. 6,420. 955. So I think this website is very good if you're learning a very specific, remote, not so widely known language, because you have sentences for a lot of languages that aren't that widely learnable. So list of all members, languages of the members. What are the languages? Yeah, that's kind of, I kind of expected that. German is not so far down. What else do we have? I want to know, is there a Bavarian? Can I... There is Bavarian. 3 natives in Bavarian. That's funny. So, as you can see, there are a lot of native speakers, so I think the sentences are mostly by native speakers. Can I just go up? Thank you. Unspecific. Almost non-language. Beginner, intermediate, advanced, fluent, and native. Yeah, I think that's good amount. Native speakers. Okay. So we have that's interesting. So you can only, as I suspected, it seems you can only contribute to the database in your native language, because why else would it be in the native speaker section? Anyway, show random sentence. I like that one. I'm not sure what language it is, but they seem kind of identical. Though I think these 2 languages are from a family, from the same family, so they are quite familiar with each other, because these 2 sentences are the exact same in both. Then French. Why French? But anyway. You can even search by number. Next. Interesting. I think I love it. Well, of course, you have to be careful with the sentence, but if you want to have a random sentence or have a language that's not so widely known, then I think this website is great. I'm not sure how I would learn with it, but I would probably take a sentence from here, put it in my Anki decks, and use it as spaced repetition to repeat the sentence and kind of get to know the sentences. I think that's how I would do it, because I don't think there is something like a... So you can download something. Quick start guide. Let's take a look at that. And on the downloads. I don't think there is a spaced repetition on this site. So let's go to the quick start guide. So if you're logged in, you can make profiles, sentences, vocabulary collections, lists, favorites, my comments, comments on my sentence, my wall messages, and my sentence logs. Settings. You can download sentences, all languages. Only in one language. If I download all sentences, will I have all... How many sentences are there? Didn't it somewhere here? So do you want to try this? But I don't want all languages. But I think that's interesting that you can download the list. In which format? So can you import it to... let's go for Japanese. So you can search in here. I'm testing it always because I'm like, I want to search it and not need to. So where was I? I just got a call. So yeah, I like that I can download them, but I'm not sure if I can below updated. So you can get only. So there are only updated on Saturday. So you always get a new file every Saturday. And if I'm downloading now, it will be missing the last days. What is today? Like Wednesday? I think today is Wednesday. And you will miss that. Okay. But that's not a big deal, because you will never have all. So you can detail sentences. That's a lot. It's for the forward. I would love to know if I can input them into field instructors. Let's try it. I want to know if I can download it and then put it into Anki. So I will quickly start my Anki. 1 second. So I started Anki and I'm kind of confused because I can't record my Anki right now. My software doesn't allow it. It's kind of half black, so I'm not sure what's happening there. But if I remember, I will insert a screenshot of how it looks. So the file is a TSV file, and you can import it in Anki. And you have kind of 3 columns. One is kind of a number. The second is a language, so Japanese in my case, and the third is the sentence. And I think because I downloaded the sentence only, there are only Japanese sentence. Probably if I'm translating that one, then I would get the both. So we can download that. It's not that big of a deal. So where is it? There. Let's just unzip it. And yeah, I know you don't see that because I'm doing it in background. And unzip it, please. Thank you. Sentence base. There is. So this one is a CSV file, but I'm confused because I'm right now putting it into Anki and it's kind of, well, doing nothing. So the fields are empty. So I think that doesn't work. But what may work is opening it in something like Excel. No, it's empty. So there is a bug. We will just leave it at that. There's a bug for the original and translated sentence. Yeah, it shows that. And that's for every field. So I think there is a problem with that. But I'm not sure. Anyway. You can download here. You will probably have to find out what works and what doesn't work, because I will not download each and every one from here. That's just not something I want to do right now. Sentence pairs. So I can also say Japanese from English and download it that way. Maybe that works. So you have a more specific search for language A and language B. You can probably also switch it around, so for learning. It's taking some time. So let's just see how long it takes. Well, I will probably just pause here and come back. Oh, it downloaded. That was faster than expected. Well, that was a hard one. Where is my download? Sentence pairs. So it is a TSV file, and that means we can import it into Anki again, and that should work out. So let's just take a look. It needs a little bit of time because it should be quite a few sentences. Let's see. Come on, show yourself. So it seems there are now RID, Japanese, and then an ID and the English one. So I think each sentence has his ID. So the Japanese has an ID and the English has an ID, and there are kind of both noted down so you can find them again. But it seems that that works. You can just kind of make the IDs invisible so you don't see them. But I think that's quite good. I think I like that. So I think also that I'm going to end it here for today and maybe try it another time with a little bit more structure, because now I know how the kind of database works, and I will probably also register myself and then I can maybe build decks with it and so on. And I think I will give it a go, and I also think you can give it a go and give me a feedback on it, so we can kind of see how we find it all together. And maybe that is the new gem for language learning, because we can all share, we can all participate, we can all share sentences, and I think that's great. So if you're interested in more things like that and the first impressions, let me know, and we will see each other next week.